rhythm, I hear them play. Shoulder to hips, don't work, no vacay. And watch the shape forever like clay. Okay. The beat, the rhythm, I hear them play. Shoulder to hips, don't work, no vacay. And watch the shape forever like clay. Okay, yeah. The rhythm, I hear them play. And watch the shape forever like clay. Feel the wave down my body. Now we can play. Left to right, come baby, sway. Unwind your waist. Don't play with no waiting game. It ain't that race. Inching closer next to me. Unwind your waist. Slowly slid like oil. Curves be thick like boy. You don't got no choice. Come and don't play coy. Slowly slid like oil. Curves be thick like boy. You don't got no choice. Come and don't play coy. Bun, bun it, bun, 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 bun it, yeah. Bring me down like the ocean. Submit to my devotion. Want it, baby, I've come undone. Hit it, burn it to the drums. Say the lead, say love money. She bring the heat right down the heels. Son of a, I'm out of here. Rest my case, I'm on my knees.
Morning show.
Monica, Karina.
Absolutely. What a way to kick off our Sunday morning back here on the C Morning Show with Monica Karina and her comeback single, On It. Come on over.
Hi, welcome back. Hi, Monica. Please do take a seat.
Thank you.
So we were like, it was such a catchy song. We were like in backstage right there, humming along and then sing along, Pon It. Yeah, there you go.
That's how we're having a good time. That's all I want.
But first of all, congratulations on your latest single.
Thank you.
It's now finally out, right? And then now you're celebrating maturity as the lyrics, as we can hear earlier, and also passion, also confidence. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
But can you please tell us, where did this inspiration come from, Monica?
Oh man, I feel like it has a lot to do with like what I'm going through in personal life, because I think it goes hand in hand. And I feel like I've spent quite some time kind of figuring things out in the personal life department, and I feel like I'm starting to come to myself a lot more, and I've grown a lot, and I feel like that translated really well to the music. So I'm, celebrating growth, confidence, and I'm a lot more comfortable with myself, and that's also with the music. So
yeah, and I think that really comes through as well. And we were all introduced to you in the music world via a friend of a program as well, Deepa Badus.
Shout out.
That's right. And obviously, Money Honey, you were nominated. You've even collected a couple of Emmys as well along the way.
Crazy.
But now that you've actually had this comeback, or mini comeback, if you will, what is it like kind of doing this on your own, putting out there? I mean, having Deepa around is always such a great help.
Yeah, we had a
chemistry with you guys is obvious, but you're doing this without him this time, in fact, without any actual producer as a collaborator. So what is that like?
it's honestly, it's just really good to be back.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited to be back. And I think there's, it's really fun to have like a partner in crime.
Sure.
But I feel like even along the way, in the process of making this, I've had like really great privilege to be working with like my best friends, basically. Shout out to Grey Box and Sailor Money. They're the best team ever. So it never feels like I'm on my own, but it's, definitely different to come back and like, be here and doing all these things. But I wouldn't, trade it for anything.
Nice.
So it's really good to be back.
It's good to be back. You're finally back, and this is said that, well, we were like looking through the Instagram as well, and it's said that this was created in 2022. It's
Yes,
two
it was.
years for the song
It
itself.
was.
Why wait 2 years? Why wait for the long wait for you to come back here? Everyone misses you.
Honestly, I don't really have a great answer for that. It's just that I think the thing about like us and making music is we just make whatever feels right at the time, and we just come back to it, and we kind of, add things here and there. But then also like, I think it's really important for it to feel right. And I think this is like the version that feels right. Like I can give you like some previews of like the previous demos and like the versions, and but this, I think we did it right by the song, and like we just felt like, okay, this is the time. So just go.
But you did it right at the time. The creative process at that time, what was that like? Were you like going?
It's the best. It honestly never feels like we're trying to do something or we're trying to create something. It's just always very organic, and I feel like we work in a very like non-work type of vibe, if you get what I mean. It's just like really organic, and we were just at the studio one time, and we weren't even sure about, okay, we have to create this type of track. We were just going and like making what feels right, and if it sounds right, you just kind of like,
there's that feeling.
we're going.
You can't force these things, right?
Yeah, and it's very feeling based, I feel like. But I love it. I've had such a privilege to be working with my best friends.
Right. Well, you yourself took a bit of a hiatus, as we mentioned earlier, and during that time off, what is it that you learned most about yourself, and what do you feel has changed throughout the way now that you've made this sort of comeback?
Honestly, I think one of the things that I really learned from that is I'm my biggest critic.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of growing. It's a lot of like just really sponging everything up and trying to like figure out what sounds like me, what isn't, and I really got to know myself. I really got to know the sound that I want to make, and I think that all just happened through exploring and trying new different things and like working with so many different people. And yeah, that was such a great journey.
What did you find the hardest about yourself that you finally had to face and say, okay, this is what the way I am that I should accept?
I think I'm a perfectionist, so it's really hard to kind of just sit down and
be
like
happy with the work that you produce, right?
Yeah. Like even when like everybody's like saying, oh, you know what, I feel like this is it. I'm like, is
Not
it though?
quite.
Is it
Missing
though?
something.
Are we sure about that? I feel like my team here was like that. Oh my god. But yeah, I think definitely like sitting down and being like, oh, you know what? By the time this gets out to the world, like it's not yours anymore, and it's everybody else's. I feel like that's the thing that I have missed for so long, which is why like the comeback felt very like
Special.
yeah.
And what has the feedback been like, by the way?
Everybody's just like, man, welcome back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm so happy to be back. So it's really great, and I think everybody is just really excited about me coming back and like having so many different things going on, and like because I tease a lot, right?
Right, Yep.
That's my big thing. I'm like,
And you're still teasing
have
them
this-
as well.
Exactly,
Yes, you're still doing it.
So people are like, even though one is out, they're like, okay, but like, what else do you have in store? So I'm just kind of like,
Sitting all these demos.
yeah, that's literally what I said.
Hey, Sarah, we're gonna play a little game now that we have here. Her here. in the
yes.
Oh my
studio.
god.
This one is real simple. It's not a quiz or anything, but we do want to ask you what's on your mind. So we're going to show you a couple of things here on our big screen.
Oh my god.
And you're going to have a look. And without thinking too much about it, we want you to tell us after you see it, what's the first thing that first things that come to your mind. Ready?
Okay. Oh,
All right, let's start
was
with our
that a
first
teaser?
Yes, since you like giving out teasers, we
Thank you.
give one out to you. So let's start,
Okay,
Paul.
let's, which one are we doing? There, right there. Big screen.
She's a winner.
So,
Sure.
yeah?
Yeah,
Winner?
she's a winner. I think she's doing great things, and she just got her first Grammy, and I'm like,
Okay.
that must be great.
You guys share a
She's
lot
really
of...
cute. That's, that came to mind.
Okay. You guys share a lot of similarities. In fact, we've heard from a lot of our production staff as well, and I'm sure you've heard the comparisons as well.
Oh, man,
About you,
yeah.
they're looking like her, having the same hair color, even sounding like her in your latest track. What do you think about these sort of comparisons?
Honestly, I just take it as a compliment because I feel like she's a great artist and she's doing, big things and she's making great music and she's representing So I feel like it's a compliment.
Is it
I
pressure?
love it. Well, my inner self was telling me like everything's pressure.
Everything's pressure.
Yeah, but
Right.
you know, it's a good kind of pressure.
Nice.
I take it as a compliment.
Okay. Makes you more, going
Gives me
after.
more drive.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
it.
All right. Okay, then there's another picture coming up.
All right.
We'll show it up right here. Okay.
Oh
next,
my
what's on
God,
your
Who's
mind?
that?
Do I know this
Handsome.
guy?
Who's that handsome gentleman?
From somewhere. Man, he's my partner in crime for
Yeah?
sure. Yeah, we might have some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Another teaser. Okay.
Okay. More
might-
You heard it here first.
a
See
See
today.
Today exclusive. So, I mean, he was the one who, quote unquote, I would say, kind of discovered you.
Yeah.
You joined the collective on your tone. What has that journey been like, and how has that helped shape you the way you are today?
That's definitely a crazy ride for me, I guess, because I never grew up like knowing that I was gonna do music or even be a singer.
Really?
Like I was never part of a band. I was never in a choir because I was too like scared. I signed up for an audition once in my high school, but then I didn't pull through because I was really scared. I was really shy, and I never thought this was gonna be even like the slightest bit possible.
So Deepa convinced you.
Yeah, he was
basically.
just like, he basically saw like an Insta story of me singing from my best friend Cinderella's story. And he was like, hey, is your friend a singer? Like, does she sing? Does she, is she open for projects? And she was like, just being the great best friend that she is, she was like, yeah, she's really good at like
best
making
singer.
songs. Yeah, she writes songs. I'm like, I never did any of that. I don't have experience. But then, we just kind of got to talking and he was like, hey, would you be interested in like singing for a project? And like, let's try it out. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do you say no to?
That's
so I
true.
did, and then the rest is history, man. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a whirlwind experience for sure.
Partner in crime.
Yeah,
All right,
put
so
on crown. Shut up.
next one, we have another one coming up. So
Okay.
let's take a look.
All right.
Ow!
Let's turn up the audio a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna rewind it back and play it with the audio. We've got audio on this. 1 second. We want you to hear what she has to say.
Oh my god, this is such a nice surprise. I'm trying to like lip read.
I know. Hold
But
on,
as
1
we
second.
wait for the audio to come up, when you see Sailor Money, you love her. Of course, she's your
best
greatest
friend.
friend, your best friend.
Yeah.
Can you please tell us more about, while we wait to hear what messages she has for you?
Honestly, I love her. I only have love for her, and I think she compliments me a lot as a songwriter, but also as like my best friend, partner in crime. I have a lot of partner in crime.
Yeah. Seems
But yeah, it was really nice actually. The song Bonnet, we never really, again, we didn't plan on like making anything, and then she was just in town at the time, and we were like, you know what, let's make as much music as we can. And she was always just such a great teammate because she was just like, you know what, let's make something fun.
So you guys knew each other prior to this?
Yeah.
How did that come about? Like, who approached who, and how did you guys know each other?
I think we met through like mutual friends, and we just kind of clicked because we're both really loud, and, just joke around all the time. But yeah, I got the chance to really like probably sit down and work with her, also with Greybox, some of the first several times, and she's just really good at that. And she's very casual about it too. She's like, oh yeah, I kind of make music on the side,
nice.
and I'm like, okay. And she was, she just
So the chemistry
Inspires
is just definitely there between the
Always
two of you.
there, yeah.
It's really easy to work together.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna give you that video
Thank you.
via WhatsApp. We do have the audio for it. Just
Thank
having
you.
some technical
Sailor Money.
difficulties.
Well, there's a shout out and also
Yeah.
goodbye for Sailor Money. But that was interesting as well, as you mentioned that before Deepa Barros contacted you and then you collaborated, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
You have never actually seen yourself as someone who would be singing,
Yeah.
especially on a public stage.
Yeah. That's terrifying. That was terrifying.
But now it's also
Yeah.
rewarding as well. But can you please tell us, how did your life influence you throughout your whole life, and now you have created a career in music because you studied film, was it? In
Yes,
university.
yeah.
How did that influence you? And
That was a great big jump, I feel like, because even then, when Deepa first kind of got to talking with me, I was still working as a photographer and a videographer. Did a lot of that, and I had this whole plan of oh, I want to do a production house with my friends, and they're actually doing it now, so shout out to them. But I think at the time, I was just given an opportunity to really pursue something that I didn't know I could be so passionate about, and it felt like learning a new language. Like music was, I didn't know anything. I didn't know how it would feel like to work in a workshop or to perform in front of people, that was really terrifying. But now I get to kind of like, I guess, mix the two, because now I understand like I can definitely, try to make great things like film-wise and probably direct some things.
Absolutely.
So that's still on the horizon for you then? I mean, is
very
that still
much,
an itch that you need to scratch?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, that is exactly that.
I would say that it's very similar worlds, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you're still you
all
can
creative.
combine the two as well.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, then you have given us a couple of teasers, but what is closest on the horizon that you can share some tidbits of in the coming future?
You hear it here first. Well, I have some projects lined up. I have a lot of like things that I've been sitting on, as you known. But I might have a little something coming up with somebody that just been to the studio.
Oh.
Just at the studio.
Just been here. Okay, we're gonna have to have a look back at some previous
Yeah,
episodes. I just
Your-
figured I'd do that.
Later on, you can give me your best guess.
All right.
If you're right, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, all right. We will do that off air then, because we don't want to spoil your surprise. But again, is this part of a larger release that you're going to have planned for us, either an EP or a full-length album, perhaps? Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay. So we'll be looking forward for that.
Okay.
And then I love how we can find teasers from your Instagram account, from your social
Yes.
media. So we'll be looking forward to that as well.
Congratulations once again on Pawn It. You can find it on all streaming platforms, available now. And real quick, now that we have fixed our technical issues, let's play that video that we had lined up for you before.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hey girl, it's your girl Stella Money. Hey, fancy seeing you here. I just want to say congratulations on your comeback, like your K-pop idol. I am one of those people who are super duper proud of you for finally releasing this track. I think we worked on this track 2 years ago, so it's been a long time coming. A very long awaited musical comeback from Monica Karina. I might not say this often or like maybe at all, but I am so proud of you. You are such an inspiration for me, not only as a friend, but also as a musician and artist as well. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be on your team and creating this track, Pawn It. It's a great track to reintroduce your sound to the Indonesian music space. And I hope to see you in a lot of festivals this year, maybe like a concert. We don't know, girl. But yeah, I'll see you on my podcast next week. Bye. Love you.
Love you. Oh,
Hey, girl.
So before we sign off, how do you feel seeing and hearing?
Oh, that's
her
so
comment?
sweet. See, you see that? She's she has such an infectious
Positive
energy.
energy.
Yeah, and it's just always been fun to work with her and to be her friend. She listens to me a lot. She listens to me complain a lot. She listens to me overthink a lot.
But nonetheless, she has also mentioned that you have been an inspiration as well. And I'm sure with this song, Pawn It, you can also inspire especially girls out there to be, more aware of themselves and just to be happy and be free.
Yeah, be comfortable, man. I think that's such an important thing for everybody. Just be comfortable in yourself. Just have that confidence.
And it's not
Have
just
fun.
money.
Yeah.
Yes.
You yourself had a lot of positive energy, and we're glad that you brought that to the studio. with
Thank
here
you
to
so
entertain us.
much.
Glad to have you on. Come
Thank
back
you for
anytime.
having me.
Thank you, Monica Karina, once again. All right, now we're up for another short break, but after the break, we'll have updates and stories from other parts of the world, especially here from also Indonesia as well. So stay with us only on the scene.